Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah. So he had, looks like maybe four ribs fractured. So our plan for today is to sedate him. During his physical exam, we found that he had some sharp points in his mouth. So we're gonna do a flotation on his teeth. And then if he allows us to, we'll also check and make sure his sheath doesn't need to be cleaned. And then Dr. Nancy did an amazing job with Glimmer's ears. We're gonna wanna recheck those ears a lot closely. They've improved a ton with the treatment that Dr. Nancy did, but he doesn't love having them touched. So we're gonna take the opportunity when he's in here and sedated anyway to take a closer look at those. Yesterday, I did his physical exam. Because he had to have so many interventions with his ears, he was very apprehensive about having his jugular vein held off, even just have Coggan's blood drawn, and then he's really hesitant to having his ears messed with. So the midazolam is to try to help him have a more positive experience.
It's gonna be, don't tighten up your face. It's gonna be okay.
He's worried.
Yeah. It's okay, big guy.
You're a good boy.
He's a sweet boy.
You're a very good boy. This is a tiny, tiny needle. It's so small. You're a good boy. That was my Dazolam, which is a benzodiazepine, like Valium. So we're gonna let that kick in and have him relax a little bit, and then we'll probably give him a little bit more of a sedative to get the speculum out to hold his mouth open. Yesterday, he's got kind of like a bony prominence that they said is kind of fluctuant. So I think maybe somebody might have kicked him there. It's gonna be a hard thing to radiograph. This is more a discovery than a changing the treatment plan because this isn't painful for him. So is that starting to kick in a little bit, bud? Great. That looks much more secure. I think we're in good shape. Okay. Dr. Gina, what job do you want?
And then I can do this.
Okay. I need a headlamp. Ready? I'm also going to get you wet. Sorry. Beautiful. All right, I know, I'm sorry for making you choke. Gotta rinse. What a good boy, Glimmer. I know. Got a lot of tooth fragments in your mouth now, sir.
We're about to clean his sheath. Little bean. That was it.
Ew, it's awful. It's that little light colored thing right there.
This guy.
Bean. Its composition is inspissated smegma.
Disgusting.
He's itchy, you're right, he's itchy. Yeah, just a little bit. This is really good progress because Glimmer hates having his ears touched.
He is itchy in there.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, he's letting me touch all the way inside. No problem. Can you hand me a pair of scissors? See, he's like, doesn't want to think that you're gonna do
So guarded
anything.
about it, but like he's like leaning into the itch though.
Yeah. Is it itchy, sir? What a good boy. Okay, I know. See? Sometimes when we mess with your ears, it doesn't hurt. What a good boy. Okay. Let's do the itchy. Yeah. I'm trying to do something to desensitize him to having my hand and a piece of equipment up here. This is letting me see better what we're dealing with. But I also don't want him to think that every single time I'm going to do something way down in there. Kimberly, do you want to try to get a good picture for me? Dr. Gina, I'm gonna have you try to like hold the plate right
Sure.
here, and I'm gonna try to shoot our beam down through and kind of skin the edge of that rib cage.
Gotcha.
Are we ready to go?
I think so.
That movement was my weak muscles.
I didn't even notice any movement.
Ooh.
It's like better than I thought it would look.
Huh? Oh yeah. Okay, let's set this down. I think that's all we needed.
Wow.
Several fractures.
Looks like maybe four ribs fractured. So these should be really smooth and parallel to each other. And see how this one is way further apart than these two and this one. So he has kind of a mass of 4 to 5 ribs that were historically broken. But thankfully those ribs just have to exist and protect the thorax, so they did their job. And we aren't gonna go in and do anything to correct this. He's not painful. He does have some mobility in there. I wonder what I touched that moved, but there's a lot of cartilage surrounding ribs. So I would guess that was probably another horse kicked him, but could have been any kind of trauma to the side of the abdomen.
So first we did a dental float on him. Dr. Lydia did an excellent job, and then she desensitized his ears a little bit because he's a little funny about them. And then we took a radiograph. Did you want to talk about what you saw?
Sure. So Glimmer's had this area on the side of his right kind of central abdomen that's kind of been bumped up for a while, but it's been stable. So I documented it on his physical exam. It looks like it happened a really long time ago, but what we found was that he had actually fractured 4 ribs in the past and that they've healed in an abnormal manner. Thankfully, it's not painful for Glimmer and we don't need to do anything about it, but it's nice to document that we know exactly what happened.